So we are on an all-arable farm here in the northeast of England, just outside Durham and Sunderland. We farm a couple thousand acres, all arable. We mainly grow wheat, barley and oats. We own a wee bit of land, we rent land, and we've got tenancy agreements as well, so we've got our risk spread quite evenly around kind of what's going on in the world at the moment. I am the 6th generation to farm here, so we've been around a while. I work here very closely with my dad, and my dad with his granddad and so on, and each generation kind of adds their piece to the farm. Ever since I was young, I knew I wanted to be into farming. I was really big on my sport, so I started to specialise in that when I went to school, and then I got offered a sports scholarship out in America, realised that that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to come home and farm. So then I ended up going to the Royal Agricultural University in Cirencester. I went there for 3 years, and then straight from that I came home and took on my own tenancy agreement, and then I'm just building up our portfolio here with my dad. So I do a lot of educational stuff through social media with my Instagram account, and off the back of that I decided to set up a business called the Country Girls UK. The Country Girls UK is a group of like-minded women that travel around the UK doing different field sports and country sports, and we also do a lot of educational content online, just helping to connect everyday people to the countryside and why things are done the way that they are done. We've actually been working with our local case dealers, Paxton's, since 1937. We've purchased 35 case tractors, 11 axial flows, and this will be our 9th Magnum we've purchased with them. We actually ended up buying one of the first axial flows in, I think it was 1980, 14-foot cutter bar. One of our top lads, Gary, he has driven 9 axial flows on the farm, which is pretty cool, and that's all us kind of updating our kit. I'm currently operating the 6140 and we've just bought a new 7140, and the difference between the two, still again, case of just absolutely exceeded my expectations. So little things like taking the spinners off the back and having it on an automated switch, so much easier for us as operators because you're not getting covered in chaff and you're not itchy for the rest of the day. It's a simple button job. So we're currently running 3 Magnums, which is a 310, the beauty behind me, and 2 315s. We got them in 2011 and 2012. We'd be lost without them. Cultivating and drilling, they just absolute game changer. The one thing I will say about the new tractor is the fuel efficiency on this is ridiculously good. We're also operating 3 Pumas, a 140, a 160 and a 165. They're both CVX gearboxes. I much prefer the CVX gearbox on the road and in the field operations. It's so much smoother, so much easier to operate, and fuel efficiency again is second to none. And then we've got an MXU 110, an MX 115 and an MX 100, which mainly kind of do the running around with the trailers at harvest. The new AFS system behind me, that is a serious step up. Even just the ergonomic use for our driver, our main man Gary, who drives this, he will not stop going on about it. He absolutely loves it. The central locking, the new lights that they've got going on, just everything for the user's use. As margins are going to get thinner as the BPS payments fade out, it's really important for us to know that the machinery we have on farm is going to step up and be as reliable as we need it to going forwards. Harvest 2021 was an interesting one. It was very stop-starty. We had a lot of rain, we had gaps of sunshine, which was just a bit of a nightmare, so when we went we really had to go. But overall the yields were actually pretty good. Our barley did really well this year. I think it was definitely a very convenient growing season for the barley. It allowed it to really get going early on, and then obviously it rained quite a lot, but the barley was already established, so that didn't really have much of an impact on the barley. This year we noticed through harvest that we did have smaller windows to get larger areas done, so actually the new investment that we made in the new case axial flow this year was amazing for us because it meant we had 2 really up-to-date axial flows, so we could just bosh out the acres that we needed to do in the short space of time that we had. We got quite a few extra guys in this year to help, so we were fully up to date with the ploughing and the cultivations. So as soon as we finished combining, we could go straight into the drilling, and we've basically finished our drilling now, and here we are, 5th of October, and we've only got 200-300 acres left to drill, so that's a pretty good place to be in, I'd say. We are so dependent on our case machinery, and without it we just simply wouldn't get the job done year on year.